Factsverse presents Mom makes grave mistake when she takes selfie in her daughter's dorm room. Deanna Pilling and her daughter McKenna were very close. Before McKenna went off to college, the two did everything together. During her senior year in New York, McKenna told Deanna that she was planning to go to college at Utah State. And Deanna was heartbroken. She was hoping that her daughter McKenna would go to college close to home, but it was McKenna's life and her decision, so Deanna supported her. At the end of her freshman year, McKenna was planning to head back to the East Coast to spend the summer with her family. Deanna decided that she would surprise her daughter, and the day before McKenna was scheduled to return home, Deanna decided to fly out to Utah to surprise her. She was going to help her daughter pack so that they could fly home together. Deanna went online to find a last-minute flight to Utah. She knew that would be expensive, but seeing the surprised look on her daughter's face, that would be totally worth it. She was sure McKenna would love the help packing, and she'd prefer flying home with somebody. At the airport, Deanna decided to give McKenna a call. She was going to casually ask about her plans for the evening so that she could be sure that McKenna would be in her dorm room when she arrived. She tried to call McKenna up until she boarded the plane, but she never did get an answer. Deanna figured out that she could find out where her daughter McKenna was when she landed. After a 5-hour flight, Deanna landed in Logan, Utah. After getting off the plane, Deanna got into a cab and went to surprise McKenna at her dorm. While Deanna was in the cab, McKenna called her back. She didn't want to spoil the surprise, so she denied the call. She wasn't too far from the dorms anyway, and she'd speak to her soon enough. When the cab pulled up on the campus, Deanna realized that she really wasn't all that sure where McKenna's dorm was. Deanna had only been there once when she dropped McKenna off, and that was 9 months ago. When she got out of the cab, she did her best to remember where her daughter lived. Because the students were all leaving for the summer, there was a lot of activity on campus. Deanna searched for her daughter's dorm room, but she was cautious about it. She didn't want any of McKenna's friends to see her and spoil her big surprise, so she kept her head down while she was looking for the dorm room. Finally, she found Deanna's room, and when she walked in the building she saw a few familiar faces that she remembered from McKenna's social media posts. She was relieved because she finally found the right building. When she got to McKenna's door, she knocked. She knocked on the door, but there was no answer. She turned the doorknob and realized that it wasn't locked. Deanna thought that was a bit odd because McKenna was always very vigilant when it came to keeping her door locked when not home. When she walked in, a few girls were packing their things up. Deanna waved to them and headed to McKenna's room. She was surprised to walk in and find everything packed. McKenna had taken everything off the walls. She was ready to go. Deanna had been traveling all day, and she was exhausted, so she sat down on McKenna's bed and she was going to take a nap, but just as she was falling asleep, she realized that she wouldn't be able to see the look on McKenna's face when she walked in if she was asleep, so she tried not to sleep. And after waiting a while, Deanna had a better idea. She was going to take a selfie on McKenna's bed and then send it to her. She took the picture and sent it to McKenna, and she added a text message that read, "Look where I am!" Well, when Deanna got a response from her daughter saying that she was in her dorm room, she panicked. Deanna jumped up when she realized that she was in the wrong room. She couldn't figure out why the girls that she saw on the way in didn't say anything to her. When McKenna and Deanna realized that Deanna was in the wrong room, they both panicked. Deanna quickly got up and went to find her daughter. McKenna thought it was pretty hilarious that her mother was in the wrong room, so she posted the photo and the text message to Twitter. And it wasn't long before that post went viral. McKenna thought it was great, but Deanna wasn't all that happy about getting the attention. She made a grave mistake taking that selfie in her daughter's dorm room because it wasn't her daughter's dorm room. But it is something they'll both remember for the rest of their lives. And you know this story is going to be told at numerous Thanksgiving dinners. Subscribe for more.